stay, moving, keep my legs moving. I just got off the phone about like a half hour or something ago. My guy, with my guy Kabuk, and I was basically just chopping it up about he was saying how's my exercise going because he was doing his little morning calisthenics and stretches and whatnot. I'm like, man, I need to get my routine going, but the most I can do is just walk around. But anyway, I said that to say like it's kind of a cheat code because today there is a bit more sunlight, and then obviously when you're having coffee, how's it going? When you get coffee going, you get your blood flowing a little bit too. So it's a bit of a cheat code. I think I need to get back to just waking up and just running or something. While I still can, just I have this weird expectation that I need to be putting in miles, but I need to just work back up to where I need to get to. You know, run until I'm tired. What I'm saying? Physically, it's wearing me down, beating me down. Try to do as many rounds as I can. You know what I'm saying? And then get back up, do it again. Do like you know, there hits a point where like you realize you've physically been in the same shape you've always been in. So what you start to do is I got creeping. Yeah, do creeping. Get him, get him. You might live there. I don't know. Motherfucker just creeping around on people's steps and grabbing shit on the floor. He gonna get dealt with. But at the same time, hood is so gentrified now. It's like you want to move here, go ahead and handle it, man. Call the cops on your own for once, because every time I would just walk around or my friends would walk around, we get the cops would pull up on us like we ain't belong here, like we ain't live here our whole lives, and they got this random dirty old white dude just being hella suspect, fucking around at people's houses and porches and shit. You don't want to call the cops on him. You want to say he's mentally ill. So we get what it is, man. We understand who's a danger to you. We understand who's mentally ill to you. So people always want to draw the line, and I'm like, man, come on, let's get right. What I was saying was, yeah, I got to work back up to running, and when I get to running, I want to do I might just do like a mile at a time. You can. So I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I don't know what that means. So just let me know what we on, so I can deal with you accordingly. All right. Let me know what we on. But yeah, it's interesting, man. It's like get to running, get my legs back moving, get the joints going, get back in shape a little bit, for as much as I can. And then there's always this mental block where you start realizing it's the same physical pain and damage that I'm dealing with. So then I start to mentally get over the blocks. You know what I'm saying? Has it been that love knows not its own depth until the hour of separation? That's pretty deep and philosophical. Like I don't disagree with it. You know, I mean the smaller thing is it's better to have love and loss than to never love at all, kind of thing. Because it's important to experience things. So I don't know if you're insinuating things along those lines, but that's how I'm reading it and interpreting it. AKA 892. I don't know if I'm reading that right. I feel like you just pulled a quote out. I don't know if this is how you normally talk. I don't know anyone that normally speaks this way. And I don't know what insinuated that, but I appreciate both of you guys for dropping in. Thank you for being here. Can I do a face reveal sometime? My face is here. My face is right here. So this is my face, man. This is what I look like. I do a live like at least, I'm trying to do it at least once or twice a day. So you'll see me. Like if I'm not streaming the stuff, you'll see me answer to. Have I ever fallen in love? I think I have, yeah. Um, I think the question is, how often do you fall in love? When people find themselves falling in love more often than not, that's an issue just as much as it isn't. You know what I mean? So, but I learned to love people for who they are. But there's, I feel like I end up seeing a side of them that is probably more what's the word I'm looking for? I gotta sneeze too. It's more familiar, so it throws me off sometimes. You know. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Isn't it a waste of time until marriage? So you believe that you should marry someone first and then learn to love them? Is that what you're saying? Is that how you feel? Because a lot of people, whether let's say like it's because people are in school and what do you mean not really? Let me expound on that a little bit for me. But yeah, whether it's like school, work, or like even just going to the grocery store kind of setting, you meet people and like obviously there's a physical attraction, but you might talk and get to know someone, and you know physical attraction is always going to be there. Don't get me wrong, but I will say like getting to know someone and understanding someone's habits and their own whatever, that's something worth falling in love with. So I don't know if you would I don't know, like you can have a love for multiple people, but to actually fall in love is a little different. Falling in love again and again is pointless. No, it is. That's what I'm saying. Like that's to me, falling in love over and over again is just as pointless as someone who can't feel it. I feel like someone who can't feel it, that has trouble feeling it. Where's the birds at? Are you playing games? What's up? What's up? Playing games out here. What's going on? You got some food? It's a chicken bone. Hey man, my crows visit me everywhere I go. My definition of love, man, that's a tricky one. But I will say it's like so if I was to say it in a self-reflecting sense, it's falling in love with the bad or the negatives, I guess. If that makes sense. And then it would, so if you were to do it for someone else, it's almost like accepting someone's faults. So when you think about like family members, people who have loved ones and family members, they love those family members unconditionally, regardless of how fucked up they might actually be, you know. So people will have a family member that's like abusive or something like that. Oh, it's a big dog. Wow. How are you? Nice big dog. But yeah, but does that make sense? It's like some people are like abusive moms and dads and whatnot. Hey, how are you? And then they have also they might be nice to the family, but then mean to everyone else. You know what I mean? Like people are like, I only care about my family and stuff, and then they'll be mean to like the waitress or the waiter or the housekeeping person. So ethically they're terrible, but then they still love them. It's like that's my dad, that's my mom. So yeah, where are you going? To the library? I'm not going to the library. Wait, the library? Did you see one? I'm not going that direction. I'm actually just walking. I'm gonna just keep walking. But it's like the thing is because it starts within the family and like kind of household, like for the most part, whatever your idea of family and household is, if it's like actual blood related people or not, because it starts there. I think it starts to expand a bit when you're like you accept friends that are very friends and women and men or whatever that are in the same alignment as those family members. So I grew up around a lot of like my mom and my cousins. They're the type of women that it's less about them talking back, but they'll really throw down with you. They'll really throw hands with you if you piss them off, and if you offend their loved ones or us, those women will throw hands. So like I ended up gravitating towards these kind of feistier women, or like these women that were always combative, and it was just normal to me. I just seen that as like a feminine trait, as like yeah, it's just a very emotional, reactionary person, but it's familiar. So there was love there. So there's some familiarity, and then there's a bit of also like aside from the familiarity, there's a bit of accepting that person's fault. So there's a bit of love in that. And that's what I'm saying. When people love themselves, they know they ain't perfect, but they still love themselves. So there's a bit of that as well. But it deals with reflection. It deals with reflection. It deals with inspection, if that makes sense. But yeah, I believe in friendship and parental love. But love is something which is very, very complex for everyone. Yeah, it's very complex because like if you're kind of like I said, my mom was actually more abusive than I realized. So when I looked for women that were similar to that, it's like I was kind of looking for not necessarily abusive women, but like women that were just toxic, because there's a level of I wasn't sitting there simping for too long where I'm like, all right, like in my early days, I would be like, all right, I'm gonna tolerate this shit, but this is some bullshit, so I'm gonna have to break up with you. Not always be breaking up and just leaving. But yeah, I fell in love with people's toxic traits, and I was like, damn, I gotta undo some of that stuff. But you keep stringing things down. Abusive in what sense? You hate. Well, so there's a bit of that. That's like young, what I mean, when I was a kid, and like as I got older, she would still hit me. But obviously, I'm older, so it's like it didn't hurt. It's just like a mom being a mom. So it's like a mom like, oh, this kid's being stupid. I'm gonna swing on him. You know what I mean? So, but what I'm saying is abusive in the sense that like she would kind of remind me, like if I would talk to her about life related stuff or family related stuff, she's the type of mom that'd be like, yeah, well, you can just kill yourself then. Feel free to kill yourself if it's too much, or feel free to kill yourself. And I was like, I'm not even explaining to you that this is a lot. I'm just explaining to you what the situation is. But she was kind of toxic in that sense. But I love her to death. She passed away 2.5 years ago. But even with all that being said, that's what I'm saying. Even though I understood this much about her, and I knew that she was kind of fucked up, like the more I started to realize it, I'm like, yeah, she would say fucked up things that would hurt the normal person, but because our relationship was so rough and tough like that, it was normal to me. So I loved her nonetheless. And like you would see other people coddle their kids, and you're like, sorry for me. I mean, you don't have to feel sorry for me. It's just something I normalized. You know what I mean? So it's just like because it was normalized, it was just it didn't feel bad. You know what I mean? Like back then, it's like all the kids were getting hit, and all the kids' moms would talk shit to them. But you have to really do the history. It's like during their generation, that's who raised them. They were going through worse shit. So because of that, I chose to walk a line of empathy where I'm like, well, I empathize with this woman who is my mom. I empathize with all the other women in the neighborhood who are moms that treated their kids this way, because ain't no telling what they went through. Ain't no telling what was normal during their time that they went through. And every now and again, they project that emotion on us. But I say it that way, where it's like I just empathize for that generation because we have so much convenience. But yeah, you said you try to be a better parent yourself. Oh, you're a parent as well? That's what's up. I'm not married and I don't have kids, if that's what you're asking. But yeah, that's dope. I like that. That takes a lot to say that. I've heard a lot of parents say that they're trying to be the best, you know, parent or best friend to their kids, but they never say they're trying to improve as the actual parent. You know, um, it takes a lot to say you are willing to improve yourself, but it's hard for a lot of people to admit that. I should say that's just my experience. Yeah, like I said, everywhere I go, my crows will saying, "What's up?" I need, man. I got no snacks on me. I'm walking. Walk with me. Let's go. Got to be more stealth than that. I heard the pause before I heard the barking, so I was like, "Man, what's this? It's a big ass dog." Am I in Australia? Nah. I wish I was. I'm in the States though. I'm in the States. What's up, Jax? So it's good to have Jax here. Yeah. Am I spilling coffee on my hand? One second. I'm gonna show you guys this. This is where I set my coffee down. Look at this, man. Look at all this moss. I love it. If you don't know, that's my favorite plant. Is my my favorite plant is moss. I just like moss. I don't know why. It's very fluffy. Moss feels like a couch or like a rug. I don't know why I like moss. Don't ask me. But yeah, you said similar profile. Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, it's a different hat. It's a different hat. This is like a local brand. Yeah, I don't know. When I was a kid, I just liked moss. It was like it's really fluffy. It's like a it's like a rug or like a couch. It's like nature's couch, But really, it's just like it really just houses a lot of microorganisms when you think about it. Moss is cool. I like moss. Also, it really only grows in places where there's a bit of like moisture and shade. You know what I'm saying? So that's the cool part. What am I? Okay, you're saying similar profile pic. Yo, that's cool. Were you saying that to me or Jax? I'm not sure. AKA. I'm gonna just say AKA for now. How much did you miss? Well, so it looks like 14 minutes worth, and I'm just chopping it up about. All I said was something about getting my legs moving in the mornings with coffee, and now I have sunshine today, which is really nice. Really nice to have some sunshine because it doesn't shine that much here. And then we spoke a bit about love and marriage, I guess. You know, so yeah, things along those lines. Yeah, I'm dripping this coffee. But yeah, one second. It's gonna bother me. Ugh. I don't know if I'm squeezing the lid too much or the lid is just leaking. But yeah. But thank you for being here, aka A92. And who was the first person? It was like Croatian or Russian characters, and then Answer Tool. And then now Jax is with us. So it's nice to have Jax. Jax, if Blader Z, if I don't know if you follow them or if they show up in the chat, but if they do, Jax, I will say today is their birthday, so I might see Z later today. You know, hopefully I don't sleep in too long. I want to take a nap. You say you're the only one here. I think you are, but there's a few people that linger around. It says one, but sometimes there's like two or three when there's one. You know, but Jackson, let me know if you're there. I don't know if you caught that what I just said, but yeah, let me know. You're subbed to him. Okay, cool. Yeah, today's his birthday. Yeah, I lose track of the days, but it's funny. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. Today's his birthday. But yeah, Ramadan Mubarak. Are you doing Ramadan right now? Oh, where are you from? I didn't ask. I'm in the States, but where are you from? You're from the States too? Yeah. You know what's interesting? Because over here, it's like it gets dark easy, so sundown is quick. You know what I mean? So there's a few restaurants that open around 5 or 6. There's actually a Somalian restaurant I like going to. Um, and I went there for one of my vlogs. I kind of filmed it. They had like spaghetti and chicken and whatnot, and some other things for me to eat over there. It was really good. So yeah, I learned about. So are you fasting right now? Is that what you're saying? What time is it over where you're at? Is that what you mean? I don't know if that's what you mean. Yeah, I just saw it. Here we go. A little squirrel over here. It's night over there. Oh, so it's sundown. Oh, the squirrel left. Did I miss it? Might have went on the tree. UAE. Oh, okay, okay. Nice. That's good, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Like people from around the world can find my live. Over here, it's just daytime, and well, it's not even noon yet. I think it's like 10 or 11 a.m. Still, something like that. I forget. I gotta look at my phone. Give me a second. Yes, it just hit 11 a.m. So people around the world just find it. I know it's easier for some people 0:30. Also, like it's just like midnight basically. How are you guys 30 minutes ahead? How does that work? Let me know what I need to know. Because I understand by the hour, but how was it like? How did they add half an hour? How is that possible? Magic? Yeah, I get it. I guess so. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. There's some areas in between my time zone, so I'm on Pacific, and then there's like mountain, right? But I'm like, I wonder if there's states in the middle that just would like, hey, let's just go 30. But I don't know if that works with like the sun, the way the sun sets and rises. I'm not exactly sure. I also think the Atlantic Ocean has something to do with that, but I could be wrong. Being in the middle, yeah, Jack's just 3 hours ahead of me. And when I was a kid, this park used to be hella smaller and grimier. Latitudes, yep. They finally cleaned it up. They started adding some murals over here. Really nice. So park used to be hella different back then. Longitudes. Yeah, I feel like it plays a factor, like crossing that ocean, and then like the width or like the distance between certain countries and cities. For the people though, well, it's early in the morning. It's also a school day, so there's actually a few parents over there with their kids. Like a very few amount. But my neighborhood changed a lot, man. A lot of people moved out. A lot of newer people moved in. Most of the people who move in now, they don't really stay. A lot of people don't really stay and build families anymore. For being honest, that's damn near nationwide though. You know what I'm saying? That's damn near nationwide. But yeah, I forgot the artist's name. I think it's was this Ari who did this? I forget the dude's name. Local dude, I think. Makes these. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you know the word gentrified, but this is the hood area. This is where my neighborhood is where I'm about to sit. It's wet. I'm gonna sit here. Fuck it. It's where the Black Panthers second second party was established here, and then Jimi Hendrix is from here too. But again, like I said, over time, things change and whatnot. The things just change, man. So I go. I go to the other one. I should go. Some people say that it's called cleaning up. I don't believe in that because the people who are from there don't get a chance to really take care of it themselves and buy things back. So it's a different, being bought out isn't necessarily cleaning up. That's how I philosophically look at it. Money moves a lot of things, but it don't change shit. You know, it don't help everyone, for being honest. So that's one of the lessons I learned. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have the money, but I'm very particular about how I earn it and how I get it. That's me. That's me babbling a bit. I'm sitting on this wet bench. I'm sad. The crime rate is, well, it's tricky because growing up there was a lot of it, but then no one would report it. And then now it's like the crime rate is up only because people are reporting it. So that's what I'm saying. People who aren't used to the way the city used to be, it's like obviously they're gonna report it. They're like, oh, I see something, I'm gonna say something. But back then it was just like a normal thing where it's just like something might happen to you, but you wouldn't tell nobody because it's like people are already living through bad conditions. They can't afford court stuff, and they can't afford dealing with fines and stuff. So you wouldn't be telling on people. You're a little mindful, but you would just have to handle your business. Unfortunately, some people would call the cops. Don't get me wrong. If you're a citizen, you call the cops, but you know a lot of this stuff might escape you, might not make sense, but the crime rate is actually a lot of violent crimes lately. You know, I could be wrong because the news chooses to tell you what they want to tell you, so I don't really know. But when I'm outside, I feel like I see. Actually, I'll be seeing shit on the buses and in public, and no one reports those either. They just, like I said, they just say, "Oh, this is a mentally ill person." That's what they always say. Like, oh, this person is mentally ill. It's like, no, they know what they're doing, even if they are high. They kind of understand what they're doing because the same supposedly mentally ill people. There's a blind man that he has like a small convenience store in the corner. It's literally like a small kiosk, and they broke into his shit and they stole his computers and all of his like candy and chips and shit, drinks, whatever they had in there, and they stole that shit. And then like the blind man had to. It was the second time it happened, so the blind man's like, yeah, it's fucked up because this is where I work and like these specific keyboards and shit work for me. It has like braille and it has like certain things that help me do whatever. So it's sad. It's sad. But it's like again, those same people who are breaking into that shit, they would be deemed mentally ill if they were arrested, if not prosecuted or something. They can get away with shit like that. And with that being said, it's like we're all mentally ill, but when there's something to earn, like something to steal, something to do to someone intentionally, then you're not mentally ill. You know, you're like the best criminal at that point. You're like a really smart person. You're a really sharp person. How do we break into this kiosk and take the shit inside? How do we take these computers and yank them out? Then you become Superman out of nowhere. You're no longer mentally ill. But when you get charged, you're mentally ill. So it's a fine line. There's people who really deal with shit. They really went through shit and they're really fucked up. And then there's like levels of it. We're all mentally fucked up. Don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, bro, you got levels of that shit. People use that shit to their advantage, and it's sickening. If we're being honest, it's really sick. That's welcome to the states. It is, yeah, right. So, but I think everyone has PTSD. Unfortunately, like the older you get, once you start hitting like, there's people who hit 10 years old, but they've been in the house the whole time at 10. But when they start really going outside and seeing shit, because I've been seeing shit since forever, since a kid. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying I've been seeing it. And like when you get older, you realize, like I said kind of earlier in the chat, I was like, you normalize all this shit, but you realize that it created a version of yourself that you don't want to be as an adult. So everyone kind of has PTSD to some degree. You know, you don't necessarily get PTSD. Some people think they get it from watching stuff like, oh, let me watch these war crimes on TV. It's like you kind of get it, but like seeing it in front of you and experiencing things like that happen in front of you, like, I mean, something as simple as you develop yourself as well. Yeah, man, simply watching another human being harm another one. That's all it takes. It could be the smallest thing. It could be a kid thing. It could be an adult thing. It could be to the worst degree. You overcame everything. That's what I'm saying. I believe in that, bro. I don't believe in like being stuck in my shit. I think it's important to identify your shit, but you don't want to be stuck there. You know, I like that. I like the way you talk, man. Pause. But yeah, oh, I'm reading that. I understand now. You developed yourself, like you got through it. And that's what I'm saying. Like you can't sit down. Like I see what you mean. You can't sit down with that shit. You really got to get through it. And like I don't know, like everyone discusses anxiety and shit, but I'm like my whole life, man. I had to walk through a lot of that shit. You know, people are like always worried about walking past people and walking past sections where it's like, oh, these people look or they act dangerous or something. I'm like, man, I live here too. You're gonna have to deal with me just as much as I think I got to deal with you. Like I don't subscribe to that shit. And it's not no tough guy shit. It's just like it's a human being thing, man. Before anything, we're human beings. We're men. We're human beings, and it's just like I'm gonna project and show you how I want to be treated. You know, I was taught that shit early, man. You know, I was taught that shit early. What is this thing? The weird building. But anyway, what was we talking about? Everyone has right. Yeah, that's the other aspect too. And it's just like it's the whole live and let live kind of thing, man. You know, like no, like there's times where like you're just at the house, you don't want to be bothered, and it's like, Brett, the same way you want to be at the house, you don't want to be bothered. You want to walk through the area, you want to walk to and from places and not be bothered. You want to feel protect. You want to feel like you can protect yourself. You have the power to protect yourself. You want to feel you're protected. You want all that, and yeah, you don't want people. I hate that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, some people call that bullying, I guess, but I'm like, um, I mean, it's. I don't want to say it's human nature. It came from somewhere. I think people explain their differences, and then it comes off as bullying. You got to come down to like, hey, it's just ignorance. Like a lot of ignorance isn't bullying necessarily. You know, it's also how you receive it. That's a whole nother conversation, realistically, but it's all in the same vein. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Totally good. I just, it's easier said than done, but you just gotta. I feel like you just gotta continually practice being the human being that you want everyone else to kind of be. And then you're not trying to be influential or have influence necessarily, but you put that energy out there in a good level. No, it's not Starbucks. It's actually like a local coffee shop. It's like a block from. No, it's like 3 blocks from my house. I just went. I didn't walk it today. I just caught a bus. Got really lazy. Caught a bus up the hill into the place. And I always ask whoever's working. I'm like, listen, man. Every time I come in, you know what I'm gonna say. Just make me whatever feels right, and whatever. Yeah, exactly. And then you'll see, your friends and family will be variations of yourself, and you guys get to reflect on each other, just looking at each other. That kind of goes back to the love aspect. You know what I mean? You love this version of yourself. You look at family members that are no different than you, or friends that are no different than you, and you're like, this is a version of myself that I really love, and you embrace that person, and then hopefully they give it back. You know? Yeah, I think growing up my whole life, receiving love has always been harder than giving it. Because I feel like I was giving it out, but receiving is hard. Receiving it is hard when you don't know how to love yourself. So like, I realized it's like as much as I'm giving it out, I don't love myself. So I have to figure out what's wrong with me, type shit. I gotta really dissect what's going on. You know. But no, so it's not Starbucks. What I was gonna say is there's this local um coffee kind of thing. I guess it's only here. I could be wrong, but the people that work there, they're kind of all from the neighborhood, and well, they're from the city, I should say. Some of them are. There's one guy that I know there that's from, I forget where he's from. I think he's from California or some shit. But I met him like years ago, so it was cool to see him become a barista. But Every time I'm there, like, hey, just make me whatever, you know. I trust it. I'm gonna pick the size 12 ounces. I don't want no plain milk, but I trust everything else. Today she said she put a little bit of something. I think it was like Nutella or something crazy. Is that peanut butter or something like that? It was something like that. She put some kind of like sweet thing in there and then added I forget what kind of milk it was. It was slightly steamed, so it wasn't too hot, but it was like I don't know what this is, bro. I don't know what you call that. It's not really it's like espresso. I don't even know, bro. I don't know my terminology. The thing is, when I don't know what to pick, I always just say Americano. But because I really like this place, I'm like, listen, I just trust you guys, man. Just make me whatever, you know. But yeah, what am I doing right now? So I stopped working maybe a week and a half ago, and like ever since then, I'm like, I'm gonna go live every day. And then I realized how much time I had in the day, and then I'm just sitting here because I got nothing to do today until later. Go to my friend's birthday thing. But what I was gonna say was I was gonna keep walking, but there's actually a dead end. Let me show you. I'm gonna keep walking. There's a dead end. If I keep going, then I actually almost the dead end area. I actually almost moved there, but I'll show you that. But no, I quit my job like a week and a half ago, I believe. So I went live one time, and I was like, you know what? I have enough time in a day to do it twice. And the more I do it, I can get more hours in, and hopefully I get monetized. But nonetheless, I just want to chop it up and speak out loud, build by myself, build with other people that care. You know, that's why Jax is here. And yeah, when you say why, what are you asking the why to? So I know specifically what to answer. I'm not sure if I'm reading this right, but now I was sitting there just because I think I walked past the mural. I forgot my guy's name. I seen that dude in a long time, but I would always see him do art around the city. Oh, why I quit the job. So that's really interesting, right? And I said this before, but I'll say it again. It's kind of long. So there was like at least one or two people at my job that were kind of irritating. Now they weren't. Now, mind you, I worked there for 6 years. So I used to work there for 6 years, and it got to a point where I was like, I swear, if I see them today and they say some shit, I'm whooping their ass. Like I just knew I was about to crash out. I just felt it. Like every day, I just started feeling angry and stuff. Now, literally, I was having this talk with people for weeks, and I was like, man, I don't know. I just feel like I need to whoop dude's ass, and I started explaining the stories and situations to them. I'll spare you the details. But as the days and time went on, I realized I would run into them in the hall, like the hallways or whatever, or I'd see them just sitting down, and I would just naturally just nod my head and wave and say hi, good morning, whatever. And every now and again they might say something slick. Now, mind you, I worked there for 6 years, so they always say some funny shit. Pieces, I know, but here, this what I'm gonna get into. I don't disagree with you. That piece is key, and this is when I realized that I was losing my own peace. So I would see them, and I would naturally have the inclination to say good morning and hello to them. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm not really that mad, but it's like when I step away, I would just overthink the thing that they would say, the thing that they would do, and I would tell myself like, man, you know what? That I might need them to do it again so I can have an excuse to just swing on somebody. And I realized I was looking for a reason to just like swing on someone. So I was like, I had to really dissect this and ask myself, what is really going on internally? You know, like there's something going on where like when I see them, there's actually no problem at all. How's it going? And there's no problem at all. But then when I'm by myself or like when I'm away from it, I overthink it and I think that I need to handle that problem like it's a big issue. So I started putting a face to my problems, face to my emotions. And what I mean by that is like someone needed to feel whatever it is that I was feeling inside. So to backtrack a bit, 2.5 years ago, like I said, mom passed away. And then everything in between that time has been, just dealing with people that are not the best individuals for my own mental health, whatever. And all I've been doing since my mom passed, I never properly grieved. I've never cried purely for her. I've never had a pure, uh, you know, like a pure, what do you call this? Like cry session. I don't know what the word is, man. Like you know what I'm trying to say? Oh yeah, you should journal maybe if it gets, yeah. And people were talking to me about that too. And I was like, I gotta get better. And I think that's why I do I walk around and do the lives because it keeps me accountable. Normally I used to do like the regular audio kind of podcasting or whatever, but yeah, you do it for overthinking. That's good to know that it helps you. But yeah, also like that on top of dealing with exes that aren't very helpful. They're good people, or whether it be them or like just family members on some bullshit, things like that. Dealing with all this stuff, I realized it started to compile on me, and I was sitting there helping more people than I was helping myself. And then what made it worse was that this whole time, like I said, they give you like 3 days or 5 days for bereavement, and that means like when like a close relative passes away, you can take time off. And I didn't take the time off right away. I went straight back to work, started making some money to pay off the funeral stuff, did my bereavement, came back, did overtime, and then during this whole period, I was doing overtime for like 3, 4 months maybe. The body's starting to wear down. Everything was just irritating me on top of irritating, on top of irritating. Like, it just kept getting to me. So I'm like, damn. And I realized I was like, so anyway, fast forward when I talked to my regional manager, I was like, listen, I have to quit. I'm gonna do my last day Sunday. I'm done. She's like, let me talk to you. I'm really concerned. You had a similar story? Yep. So she's like, let me talk to you. So basically, I was explaining to her very similar situations. Like I said, I spare the details on here. But I let her know, I was like, listen, the thing is, if I stick around and work more and you give me more time, I just need to be away from the space. And the reason why I need to be away from the space is I'm going to hurt someone that doesn't deserve it, because I'm really dealing with some shit internally that I don't, I haven't quite recognized yet. And even worse, I'm going to take it out on someone that doesn't deserve it. And that's not fair to them just because I'm not handling my shit. So I really need to get away for like a second and take care of my shit. You know what I mean? And they're like, listen, we can give you a month off. We can give you a week off. We have resources to do this. Here, let me show you this. This I was saying, you walk down here, you get to a dead end. It's like the dead end right here. And I forget, it's not up there. I almost ended up moving over there. Like my family, we almost ended up moving over there. I'm gonna go around in a circle, so I'll show you the other spot. I don't know if it's still there. I don't know if it's still standing, but I'll show you that shit. But I was like, I just got to get away from the whole place because it reminds me of some shit, etc. What makes it worse is the actual workplace I worked at, and mind you, I was there for 6 years. Those are they're like apartments, I guess. They're like apartments. There is single units though, but I think it's like, I don't know if it's some of them are 2 stories, maybe 1 bedroom. I could be wrong. Yeah, they got a weird setup. I don't think I've actually went inside those buildings to really know. The other place is kind of small, but like when we were moving, it was like maybe 6 of us. Do the math. Yeah, it was like 6 of us, so we needed like a big enough space. So the space we ended up moving to was nice. It had like 3 bedrooms. Yeah, 3 bedrooms. And then my grandpa kind of just volunteered, like, man, I'm gonna sleep in the living room. I don't need to be, because he didn't want to go up and down the stairs anymore. And we're like, all right, that's understandable. So it felt kind of bad because he was just down there by himself. But yeah. But no, man, I was about to crash out, and I was like, I don't want to take that month off because I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna regret it. And out of my own principle, I don't want to milk the time. I don't want to take the vacation time. I don't want to take the sick time, knowing I'm gonna quit anyway. And they're willing to do that for me. They were willing to give me that because they're like, man, you're such a hard worker, such a good worker. We like having you here. So the thing is, like, when you put your 2 weeks in, it's like etiquette. It's like an ethical thing to do, you know. But I was ready to quit right on the spot. So because I was making that decision, they're like, listen, we're probably gonna bar you, and because of that, you got to be careful about what you're doing right now. I said, I understand what I'm doing and I know the consequences already. So I had an understanding about it. Um, then I sat and talked with him in person, and then the guy goes, he wanted to talk to me in person, and basically I was giving him the same answers I gave the regional, my coworkers, etc. And he's like, you know what, man, I respect what you're going through. It sucks that you're going through it at this time period. Just know that we have your back. We got resources, but because you've been so good to us in the company, like, I won't bar you. Like, if you ever want to come back, you can. So I don't know if I'll ever come back ethically, but just know that, like, I just had to take this time off for myself. And I've only been like a week and a half in of really just walking around every day, clearing my head, stuff like that. And yeah, that's what also got for you is whenever you feel just breathe softly, calmly, and think before acting. And here's the thing. So I come from a background of boxing, and the discipline of that kept me away. Boxing and just being an artist, but that the discipline of both of those things kept me from getting out of trouble. Like, I have an actual really good, like, emotional control. Well, the word is like a. So I kind of surprised myself that I was able to get through a lot of that stuff but I felt like I was like, I knew mentally if I stayed longer. By the nose, come on, man. But yeah, no, that's funny. But it's funny because you could tell by the no, I could tell by the was it the way I was feeling inside. I was like, man, you know what? I gotta get out of here. I just know if I'm not wrong. I'm actually not sure, to be honest, because I've never had it cracked. I've had my eye fucked up. but on my nose. And actually, I'm trying to find the building. I don't know if this is it. Never had the nose, but the thing is, because I did it in like middle school, I never know about the accumulation, so I don't really know. I have to look at my kid pictures to really know. So you may or may not be wrong here. Let me show you this. It was this right here, and this was so these apartments here are like freshly painted. Like it didn't look this good. It didn't look this good, man. It was like all white or some shit. It was like yellow or something. But we almost ended up going there, which is funny. Kind of good thing we didn't go there. Usually the cartilage breaks my. So that's the thing. I never went through that. Like all the, I started in 05 and then I went to about 08. And all the times I've sparred, and mind you, 05, I was like 12 years old. Started at 12, did it till like about 14. I was on and off around 15. And like I was just around the area. But all those years I was fighting. Even at 12 years old, I would go to the adult classes. I would spar with the adults and everything. I never really, I got cracked a few times where I'm just like, ooh, I get hit really hard. But at the same time, I wasn't like, I never had like a broken nose or nothing. But I remember one time I irritated my brother at the house, and he punched me while I was laying down. So then my eye got fucked up. But it wasn't never no bone breaking stuff. Never really had any cartilage or bone breaking related things. But like what I'm saying is that's different than actual accumulation. So I don't know what's actually accumulated over time, what's flared up and whatever. But so I'm not saying you're wrong, but yeah, you did Muay Thai. Muay Thai is rough. It's funny. I never wanted to box, but I wanted to do Muay Thai as a kid because in fifth grade, 2005, I my dad took me to the movie theater and we watched Ong Bak. So I don't know if you know about Tony Jaa Ong Bak. I'm pretty sure you do. But when I watched Ong Bak as a fifth grader, I was like, bro, let me look for a Muay Thai gym. And there was none in the city. There was none in the neighborhood. So we just found this boxing gym. I was like, I guess I'm gonna just do this for now. But I ended up falling in love with it, man. I wanted to do Muay Thai at first, though. You know, when I was a little kid, everyone wants to do karate because of like all the like all the cartoons and shit. They're always promoting karate or whatever. You know, but Muay Thai, yeah, you got some strong shins. I know you got some strong shins, man. And hit those elbows. True, yeah. But now I saw, Tony Jaa does Muay Boran or something, where like Muay Thai is more for the sport, and then Muay Boran is like the war and street fighting and whatnot, where they actually headbutt and use the other, you know. But I don't know if you know Tony Jaa, but I saw him as a kid. I was like, man, what the fuck? What am I doing in my life? I need to do Muay Thai. I need to jump off the wall. I need to jump off people's knees and elbow them. Like I just saw that shit as a kid. I got hella hype. I was hella hype. But there was no gyms, and that made me really sad. So yeah, boxing just became a thing. And I didn't think I was gonna fall in love with it. I started to understand and respect the art and the discipline. Anyone who does anything, man, I don't care if it's Taekwondo, something as small as that, to kids are always doing Taekwondo and karate and shit. But no matter what it is, it's better than nothing. Bro, what? I'm like half a block away from the fucking these kids on the swing set, and you can hear that shit from here. That is a creaky ass swing set. I'm about to sit at this bench right here. Muay Thai, have been local champion. You got 3 belts for it. You left? Oh, you left because of family? What does that mean? Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. If it's personal, you don't have to expound on it. I didn't know what that meant. Local champion. That's what's up. 3 belts. Hell yeah. I didn't get that far. When I was in seventh grade, I only had 5 amateur fights, and then I think like life stuff was happening, and then I got distracted, and I tried to come back, and I was like, I'm not as focused. Blader, happy birthday. Blader Z, happy birthday. Jax was here a while ago. I don't know if he commented on your stuff, but I told him to go wish you a happy birthday. You know, damn, motherfuckers spitting everywhere. What's this? All right, here we go. I'll put it right here. Yes, sir. Oh, Jax is there. There he is. There he is. But that swing set is like half a block away, and it's that loud. That's how creaky it is. What in the world? That's just itchy. But yeah, my stash is itchy. That's weird. But anyway, yeah, 3 belts are left. Yeah, you don't have to tell. So I'm gonna try to go. You said 3 o'clock. You said 3 o'clock at a tabletop. I'm actually hyped that they're hosting. That's dope, man. It'd be nice to talk to Brian again, or B, whatever they call him. It'd be good, man. This is a field trip. Like, what am I looking at? I think it's a field trip. 3 o'clock. Okay, I'll try to come down for sure. I'm gonna try to do my power nap. What I was worried about is oversleeping. They're okay with it. Is this the first time we're walking in and playing? I wonder, man. I wonder if they'll give us. I don't know if they'll give us the back room because Wednesday is like their Monday, you know. So I wonder. I haven't talked to that dude in a while. Every time I come in, he likes to see what sneakers I'm wearing. It's kind of funny. He'll call prior. Let's see. I know a few of those guys that come in and out that play, like card games. I used to go there and collect, and I would film, which is funny. So it'd be nice to go back. It would just cost me so much money. Meanwhile, I'm buying all this coffee recently, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll show you the view of the park while we're at it. Damn, there it is. Actually, these apartments right here. I don't know if you could see it, but Sir Mix-a-Lot grew up in those apartments. I don't know if you know who Sir Mix-a-Lot is, aka, but Sir Mix-a-Lot grew up in those apartments right there. And this is the park right here. All my homies used to fight here. It's funny. Actually, hold on. This you can't really see it because it's kind of faded. But Kevin Durant and Supersonics, when they were still here, they they paid for this court. They refurbished it, and it had like all the Seattle insignia. I think they had the Storm stuff on there too, and the Sonics. But it's all worn out now. Like no one's really upkept it. But yeah, these apartments right here, 19th and Yesler, man. That's where Mix-a-Lot's from. You know, he doesn't say it, but he always be shouting out "do so" because it's really a block over. That's when everything used to happen, go down. But yeah, no, I think it is actually. And like, if you bring some like extra ramps and other shit like wooden stuff, you could probably skate in there. Um, I think I've seen some people do it. And like the funny thing is, my coach Jax is sub. Thank you for subbing, Jax. But yeah, it looks cool. I'm gonna bring some cards to try and make it. Oh yeah, good place to skate. So well, you gotta go. Nice. Hey, AKA, thank you for being here. Like I said, you don't have to be, but I'm really happy you dropped in and gave your time. Appreciate you sharing a bit of yourself as well and the advice. I really appreciate the advice. So thank you for being here. Jack's been sub. I know you've been sub, Jax. Yeah, but no, it's the same. So the same courts, like where the I don't know if I could zoom in on it, but the there's like different. There's like six different hoops and backboards, right? And my coach used to hang her heavy bags on it. Like she'd throw a little strap over the top and just hang the heavy bag on there. And this is before she got her own her place that she rents, like down the street. Oh, yeah, there you go. So yeah, she started out there just kind of doing like what do you call this personal stuff. How's it going, man? And she would do like personal training. Damn, I'm losing track of the years. It's like 20 before I got back in it, so it might have been 13, 14 or something like that. Yeah, I appreciate that, AKA. I'm trying to do my. That's why like I had to leave the job, man, because I was like, I'm not happy here, and I just feel angry. And I was like, I gotta be doing what I want to do. So I'm happy to do this for now, you know. So we'll see where this takes me. We'll see where I go with this. I'm just gonna do my best to just be as human as I possibly can, you know, be as happy as I possibly can. So I'm just chasing that. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate those words that you sent earlier. You know, I really appreciate that. It means a lot. You know, every time I tap in, it's nice to have people. Oh, here we go. Keep calm and stay happy and of oil. It's kind of oh, useless because it won't work until you act on it. Got you. Yeah, and I'm trying to avoid those negative actions. That's why I'm doing this, because this is the positive action. You know, it's like the same energy I would normally put into doing something negative. I want to do something for myself, if not do something positive. You know, so I just got to stay accountable, positive, and on live, and you know, stay moving in a a functional direction. Not necessarily the good direction, but the functional direction, just keeping things functional and in motion. So that's where I'm at with it. Um, yeah, I'm a creature of habit, so I have to create as many good habits as possible to keep myself out of trouble. So I'm one of those. Not sure if that's the right terminology there, but I'm kind of like that. But yeah, AKA, thank you for being here, man. True, true. Yeah, have a good day. Then see you later. I have subbed, of course. Yeah, I'll be around. You'll probably see me once a day doing something, once or twice a day. You know, um, people seem to really like this, like when I'm just walking around and just talking with the actual chat. Because it's as of right now, it's really slow. It's like there's not too many people that tap in. They don't know what the page and channel's about, so they just come and chat. And it's nice when people like you on a positive tip come in because some people want to troll. I just time them out. Yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, that's really dope. Um, but yeah, it's just crazy to think, man. Like the other day was hella cloudy, and today's just kind of perfect, man. It was one of those like it all. I don't say it worked out, but like it was worth the patience to wait to go today morning. You know what I mean? Because I was gonna go early in the morning, but I just didn't wake up on time, so I didn't force it. But it was nice all morning. It's been nice this whole time. It's really good outside. I gotta see what Z. Peace out. All right, peace out, man. Thank you. I forgot. Like there was a area I was walking towards, but I didn't want to get too far from the house. I'm gonna do a quick check. So it looks like tabletop has tournaments starting at 6. We might be fine if we show up before that. Oh yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Wait, Z, you don't drink anymore, right? I'm the same way. I don't drink. I just thought about that. It's funny because there's this one Discord where or a server, or I forget who it is, but they're just a little. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Um, I forgot who it was that was like they were gonna pre-funk before SakuraCon or something funny. I was like, I mean, they're not gonna be super drunk. Just like you would just take 1 or 2 shots. I was like, that's hilarious. Because you forget how many adults are there at conventions like that. Yeah, that's good. You stay on top of it. I don't know if I told you, I'm trying to stop drinking until I turn 40. So when I turn 40, I'm gonna drink again, and we'll see what I end up choosing. It might just be a bottle of Hennessy. Might just go Tupac mode and chug it, the fucking bottle. Some crazy shit. See, I heard about that. I didn't know if it was true or not, but yeah, I haven't been. It's funny. I was with my cousin yesterday. He was offering to give me an edible and like a vape pen and all that shit, and I was like, man, I don't even do it like that. To be honest, I think like I might smoke you might see me on here smoke an indica joint, but those aren't even that strong. Like it's just enough for my body to get the effects, I guess you would say. Main dude has a room for. Oh, that makes okay, cool. Because there is so many adults there. That's actually really smart. You know, it's cool to be around drunken nerds. I mean, I'm a nerd, so it's like I used to be a drunk nerd. Used to be drunk at the arcades and shit. You know, used to be at the homies' house. Well, the homies would be lit, just in general. But yeah, smoking the whole time. Oh yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I think the more I reflect, man, the more I think about it, the amount of drinking I used to do, it went to the point where like I ended up being the guy drinking by myself because I was like, I didn't mind buying people drinks, but I was like, people were like, I ain't trying to be that lit all fucking week. And now when I used to drink a lot, I was like, man, come on, let's go today, man. I got some money on me. Let's just go. Just drop 100. Me and some other person just drop 100 on straight cocktails and shots. Just throughout the whole fucking day, just dropping hundreds at a time and tipping. And like to think back, like now that I'm not doing it anymore, I'm just spending that money on a. When I stopped doing it, I spent that same money I would spend on alcohol on Pokemon cards, and then when it stopped being Pokemon cards, it ended up being Beyblade, or I don't know if there's something in between that. It might have been gear, culture free too, a little bit. I mean, it's one of those because I'm also. I mean, I think it's also because I'm born and raised here. when like other elders and shit try to pressure you, and then they do that weird shit where it's like, oh yeah, it's rude if you don't accept the drink. I was like, well, I guess I'm fucking rude. I guess I'm rude to you. I really don't care because I don't. If I, you know, like my uncle gets upset when he's like, "Oh, you're not drinking anymore." I say, "I'm not drinking till I'm 40," and he be trying to hand me shit, and I'm like, you know, I don't know if you heard me, but I told you I got about 8 more years before I pick that shit up again. So you know, I can imagine the pressure they try to put on her, you know, to get her to drink more. My cousin be trying to hand me shit, and she tried to put that shit in my hand. I fake drunk it and threw it in the sink, and then she saw it, and then I'm like, who gives a fuck? I told you not to put the shit in my hand. I'm, you know, you gotta respect the. Oh, I don't want to be. There's some kids showing up. I'm gonna walk away. I don't want to be cussing in front of them. But yeah, it's like yeah, they call me. They had the nerve to say that, and I was like, no, but you do this. You know, my family's funny because they'll do that thing where it's like they'll say that's what they say to your wife. Oh yeah, yeah, I can imagine, man, because it's like it's a personal thing, man. You know, they respect other people's personal things once shit hits the fan. Like once someone becomes like a diabetic or oh, they almost had to cut so and so's foot off, then they'll start being, you know, they'll wait till shit hits the fan. And I'm like, dude, like we could have just avoided this altogether by being mindful all the time. Because my dad, he pretty much almost died from like smoking cigarettes all the time and drinking every weekend. Well, he was drinking a lot throughout the week, for being honest. And I remember they had to put a defibrillator in this dude's heart, and he was out for like some months, just recovering. And it took that for them to kind of know that, oh, we should all slow down because, you know, he almost died. And I was like, bro, that's what it takes, man. You guys got to learn when to stop, you know? But I'm also not mad at it culturally because it's fun to live that way. You know, it's like you want to live a life having fun. Um, so I'm not even mad at them doing that. It's just kind of funny, the amount of pressure that they try to apply. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? I forgot what I was saying. It was something about someone being mad at me. Yeah, I don't know. People be mad at me all the time. Like, you can stay mad because I ain't gonna change. You know, I'm not gonna change nothing. But yeah, I don't know if rebel's the right word though. I mean, it's also what I wouldn't call myself, but I can imagine they say that to her. But that's funny. I was a bit of a drunk living with her family. They were trying to pressure you, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, they be trying to pressure people. And the thing is, too, is like, I don't know, man. Everywhere I go, I've always been the guy that like I let people know my limits, man. We're kicking it with my cousin's. So my cousin's one of her best friends' husband. They all went to high school together. But this dude, he's Cambodian, and this motherfucker, man, he said, "Hey, man, let's all go back to the house because that way we can get drunk and then we're with the kids. So that way it's like we could just make sure the family's all together." Because he had like 4 kids. No, he had 4 kids at the house, and one of his sons. It's crazy that kid is big now, but he used to be a baby at the time. He's like, "Yeah, I just want to be with the family, and I want you guys all to be there with us, but let's just get lit at the house." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I'm like, "Do you need me to get anything from the store?" He said, "Get 4/5 of Hennessy." I'm like, "Wait a minute." So then by the time I get to the fucking by the time I get to fucking was it not Safeway? What's the other one? What's the name of the other one, bro? QFC. They have the fifths, and I'm like, I can only afford about two. So I texted dude. I was like, bro, I can only get like two. He said, damn, it's gonna be fucked up. We need like two more. I was like, bro, I can only get two, but I'll bring two. These guys be chugging this shit, man. I don't know. It was about 10 of us at least. 10 of us at minimum, just staying on top of it. And I tapped out. I was like, hey, bro, we killed 2 bottles between all of us. I don't know how we did it, but you're asking for more? He said, yeah, I'm about to run to the store. I'm sorry. I got to get two more. Dude grabbed 2 or 3 more. And just the whole night they kept going. I was like, I don't know how these guys are doing it, bro. But to them, it's normal. But they were cool with me tapping out. They're like, that's it, James? I'm like, that's it. That's it. I don't know how y'all do this. Every weekend, that's what they do. He said, I'm telling you, man, this is what we do. You got to be 4 minimum. That is ridiculous, bro. And he wasn't even saying it like for him and his whole family and crew. He was saying it on some like, bro, I need at least, I know you guys are going to have your share, but I need a lot. That was crazy. Oh, hit me up. So when you want to meet up over here, see, And if we can't, I'm trying to go down there. My worry is that when I go home, I know I'm about to take that power nap, and hopefully I don't oversleep. That's why I grabbed the coffee though. That's why I grabbed that shit. Cause I'm about to find out. But yeah. What time is it now? It's like 12. You think they're gonna kick us out? I just thought about that. I hope they don't. I think they're gonna be cool about it. If it's the first time, then we'll find out. You know, we're gonna find out if it's the first. Wood, bro. Oh, word. It's noon. I don't think. Okay, yeah. Make sure I'm reading that right. I hope we don't. Nah, I think if anything, they'll be like, we gotta find a time because I think that's what happened with Bongo, Chief Bongo. They're like, now's not a good time, but we can find a date to work you guys in because they won't deny business. And I heard that they're saying all right, peace. Yep. So yeah, they won't deny the business, and I heard they're selling the Blaze there too. So it'd be nice to go down there. It'd be nice to yeah, we'll see, man. I'm gonna get some footage while I'm out there. Why not? Got a lot more things coming out. I will say Thursday, Friday. Thursday, Friday. Yeah, peace, man. I don't know if you left already or not. The Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays got more of the um content and shorts coming out. So I will say whoever's tapped in, stay tuned with that. Jax, if you're still there, you gotta drop some content. Let us know. You know, I'm sub to you also, Jax. I believe I am. I gotta double check. I'm pretty sure I am. So I get to check out your stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna start walking slowly back to the house too, because once I get over that's what I'm saying. Once I get over the hour, I know I gotta start charging up. I could tell. But man, that's crazy. Like I'm happy. I'm happy I stopped drinking for the time being. And it's crazy because if I do 10 years, which was my plan, from age 30 to 40, if I really stop it for 10 years, someone was saying like when you start picking it up again, it's either gonna be so bad that you don't want to do it at all, or you just stay on the course of not drinking. You know, and the first year was rough. I think in the first year I started to realize like, yeah, I have this habit of when I work overtime, I feel like I need to grab cocktails. So that was a weird thing to discover about myself. Like I said, it's these habits. I created these habits, right or wrong, and then now I had to learn how to reform and reframe it. So now I just spend all the money on the blades, like blades and coffee, I guess. It's a couple other payment stuff I have to cut out, but that's my own logistics right there. But yeah, Jax, are you able to go to tournaments in your area, Jax? Did you find anything where you're at? It'd be cool if you get out there. And if you film like I do shorts for stuff like that. I do like the vlog too, but yeah, you're gonna drop a video tonight. Oh, if you have time. Do you edit? Do you do the editing? I know it's kind of a weird question to ask, but yeah, you're going to Target. Okay, you gotta think. I feel like they're gonna be selling stuff at the shop, so I want to see what I'm gonna buy. My fault. It's hella bright. Let me get across the street. It's hella bright on this side. I will say, since I'm on the topic, it's a time to be alive, man. I will say it's a wonderful time to be alive because if I was to look back, maybe 10 years ago, let me see, 10 years ago, it would have been 2015. But I was motivated as much as I was lost, walking down these same back streets. You know what I'm saying? 10 years ago. And then maybe even 15 years before that, I'd have been what, 15, 16? You know, something like that. Figuring shit out, just lost. just spending time, wasting time with individuals and groups of people. You know, no shade to them. The reason why I say no shade to them because I wasn't necessarily contributing to what's the word, their success or their health. So I can't even front. So we're just kind of young. We're just teenagers. So it's, you know, but I don't like using that as an excuse. We were young though. That's what I'm saying. It's I say that to say, I mean, it's kind of for you, Jax, but it's also for other people who view it. No matter what age you're at, you'd be surprised, you know, when you don't give up and you kind of just give yourself, you know, you want to give yourself a reasonable window and you want to be practical. But at the same time, you know, you stay alive 5, 10, 20 years, you just keep on going down the line. You'll look back at the shit and be like, damn, I really was tripping about some bullshit in this era. You know what I mean? Things that didn't matter. Shit don't even fucking matter. And I'm over here tripping about it. You know, like it's the end of the world or whatever. You know, you suck at editing. I mean, I kind of do too, man. Like I just put the shit together and I chop. All I do is like I put the clips together and then I chop it. And like I trim off the edges, I trim off the fat. That's it. That's all I do with mine. Look at this hoop. Got the hoop right there. We also got the cherry blossoms or whatever. It's about to be spring, man. It's looking like spring. It's feeling like spring right now. I'm just like, I don't know why. I just feel hella cold, but it's spring right now. Birds is chirping and shit. The leaves are starting to come back. Hold on now. Leaves is coming back. The squirrel is out. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know, spring is one of my favorite seasons. I ain't gonna lie to you. Spring, I'd be happy as hell. Spring and fall. I like fall. Fall is crispy. I like that crispy weather where it's like, I do like wearing hoodies, man. Hoodies and like, I like being warm, but I don't want to be bundled up. You know what I mean? That's my thing. My fall is hella bright. I literally got the sun behind me. Hopefully that helps. But I'm not that good at editing either, man. But you just put the stuff together. And there's apps for this. There's also like softwares, but I don't get into all the specifics. I'm just like, man, I'm gonna just make it raw. That's why I like going live, because when I go live, I don't have to edit nothing. When I go live, it's just straight raw. This is what you get. What you see is what you get, kind of thing. You know, that's where I'm at with it. Let me angle my phone because I don't want to get the sunshine on you. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this. She might be around. Also, I don't remember the time of day she popped up. You talking about the one from yesterday? Because she was there. I think she first showed up in Portland. Like when I was going live at the hotel. I think she was there. I could be wrong. But yeah. Hella squirrels. What's up? Hella squirrels. Do you remember that? Yeah, I think I remember her name, but she didn't show up since. But I feel like she taps in when she can. But I haven't heard from Jeff in a while either. I don't know if Jeff gave up. I think Jeff was being annoying and he was trying really hard to be a mod. He might have got jealous, and I'm like, I mean, you haven't been here that long, but you've been trolling too. So I don't know. I haven't seen Jeff in a while. Hopefully he comes back. You know, it'll give you some entertainment, I guess. But yeah, Jeff and Nadia. Emily though too is like Emily's like in and out. She's pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of people just drop in when they can. There's been a couple names I'm getting used to seeing. I gotta get better at remembering the names. You know, hella bright. My bad, it's hella bright. Did I angle it? Like this. That's too low. I'm gonna angle it like this. It's literally right behind me. The sun is like right behind me. Damn. All right, there we go. I'm gonna keep it this way. What in the world? I don't feel like running across the street today. Damn. I'm gonna do it. So let me walk down a bit. There we go. I'm walking it back to the house, bro. Oh shit going on. Hold on. Drop the coffee cup, my bad. But what was I talking about? Nah, man, you look back at some shit. I think about this a lot. Where like I was talking to a relative, or I don't know if relative is the right word. I just call her family. Found a new store Phoenix combo. Oh yeah, let me know. Or actually, if it's a secret, you don't have to let me know. I'm working on some stuff right now. I'm working on a few things, but in theory, I'm working on a few things. I'm gonna rewatch some videos and I'm working on some things. So I might test them out today. I might test out a few things at the. It's kind of a birthday bash. 370 ball. You like the height? You like the height and the stamina? It's cool because it has enough weight to be an attack type. You know what I mean? So you're adding a bit of stamina and height. It's pretty good. Do you know the mold that you have? Because I know there's like 3 molds, and everybody wants mold 3. But I don't know if I have 1 or 2, so I forget which ones I have specifically. But if you know the ones you have, that'd be cool. I would say look that up too if you don't know. But oh shit, what was I saying? You have the first one. Yeah, I think I do too. Let me check some. 154. It's about to be lunch. I need to get the fuck out of here. These fucking high schoolers and shit. It's gonna be loud as hell. I'm gonna hit the back street, Jacks. But no, I was talking to a cousin of mine. I was like, I'm willing to move, and a lot of it is you're gonna try to get the third one. It's crazy because I know the third one people are gonna be charging for it now. Gonna be charging a grip for that. I already know. But I was talking to her because I was like, man, I'm ready to move out because there's 2 things. And I talked to my other friend about this. It was interesting. I was like, one, let's say I'm dealing with family members. If I'm dealing with family, it's one thing that they already don't tap in with me. It's one thing if I make a suggestion, right or wrong. The fact that I'm not being heard, it bothers me a bit. So I'm like, man, fuck it. It ain't no point in me explaining myself or, talking to people that don't want to listen necessarily. It's a waste of my time and energy. It ain't fair, and it's disheartening, for being honest as well. My other issue was this: is that growing up in this neighborhood and in this city, I got memories everywhere. Good and bad, good and bad memories. But a lot of that is like because those good times and those good memories will never happen again, or they will never continue. Whether that's my fault or not, I don't. It's usually not my fault, but I'm just saying if it's just me no longer being friends with someone, me breaking up with someone, whatever it could be, because there's no longer a way to reproduce that memory or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm always creating new ones, and I'm always putting myself out there energetically to create new ones and meet new people, etc. That's just who I am. That's how I found this community. But my thing is like that is also someone was pointing out that's also a form of grief. So you're grieving friendships that'll no longer be. You're grieving experiences that'll never happen again. These are things from the childhood, so you won't be a child again, teenagehood, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So because a lot of that's there, a lot of places I frequent, a lot of places I go past, it's just nothing but memories. And I'm like, it's you know what I mean? It's a mixed bag of good and bad. But let's say I move to somewhere new, all I have to look forward to is just ahead. You see what I'm trying to say? So because I have like years and dozens and decades of years of memories and spots and areas, and I watched them all change. I watched it get shut down. I watched it switch up so much. It's a mixed bag of good and bad. Why would I have a mixed bag of good and bad when I could just look forward to the good? So I might as well go somewhere where I have a lot more to look forward to than I am grieving things. You know what I'm saying? So, and grief is a strong word. So that's why I use that word loosely. I'm like, I'm grieving the good times, the bad times, etc. But why would I have that mixed bag when I could just look ahead at good, man? That's where I'm at mentally right now. So I'm getting closer and closer. I think the decision is made, but I just don't have the resources and the funds in it. So I'm gonna wait for that week, or not week, sorry, the month. I'll wait for the month, and then by then I'm gonna start getting things moving. I'll get stuff bought and sold more or less, or not bought. I just have shit sold. I'm gonna be selling a lot of things throughout the month of April. I'm gonna be just flipping things, selling it, lighten my load physically. Pause, and then fucking get the money from it, pay a few things off. You know what I mean? And then from there, damn, what the hell? My guy was, yeah, my dude was just chilling in the. I'm gonna leave that alone. My guy was just taking a nap in the car, but that threw me off for a second. But nah, man, I'm gonna just be on point with everything from here on out. So April, I'm gonna sell some things, and then by May, I'm gonna work on the crypto and the Bitcoin stuff. Because if the halving don't happen in May, that means I gotta wait till November. If I gotta wait till November, I just gotta keep busting moves, and I got nothing but time. I got nothing but time right now. So we'll see. That's what I'm saying. Every day I'm hyped up. I'm motivated. You're gonna see me on live every day, keeping my head above water, head on top of my shoulders. Just being on point, staying on top of things, staying motivated, staying working for me, staying elevated type shit, man. I'm gonna make that happen. But I gotta get out, man. I gotta be also gotta be a responsible adult for once. Not that I ever wasn't. Not saying I ever wasn't, but I gotta be a higher level of what I'm capable of being. You know what I mean? I've been living below my potential for a long time. That's a fact. I can admit that. So I gotta be on point. That's what I mean by that. That's where I'm at with it. But let me check something because someone just texted me. Oh, that's some emails or something. It's crazy. I still be getting emails for plane stuff, planes and mile plans and all that shit. You could fly for free with all your points. And I'm like, man, I'm not even flying right now. Matter of fact, I might, because I use a credit card that's connected to I don't know if it's Alaska. I think it's connected to Alaska Airlines. So I might fly into New York or some shit. I might use that shit to fly to Spokane. I might go kick it with your boy in Spokane. Maybe I'll do that. You got this thing called Sky Miles. Every time you use the credit card, you can use the Sky Miles. So I gotta think about what I'm gonna use it on. I might save it for actually just moving though. Realistically, if I ever plan to do that. What's up? What's up with it? Just chilling everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I see the same crows. The family right there. But nonetheless, they watch over me. My birds. That's where I'm at with it, man. I'm gonna sit there and do the charge up the phone and the mic. Get my power nap going. Hopefully I get back to meeting up with Z around 3. Might film and document it a bit. We'll see what I end up doing. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, this is I might end it right here. Let me show you this. Yep. I'll end it right here. When I did squared up parables or diamond parables, I did the first one. I was speaking about my homie Q that passed away. This is him right here. This is a portrait of him. They did a portrait on his street. I forget what house he was at, but he was living over here at the time when I was speaking about Q and D. So that's him though. But he lived it was like a block or two up the hill. Matter of fact, he might have been around here around the corner, but that's my guy Q. That's my guy Quincy. Rest in peace. And whenever you see me sitting at the steps by the school, that's the spot where he got murdered at. So that's where I be sitting at those steps, just reminiscing on him. That's what I'm saying. The whole city got grief from me. I got grief all over the city. Everywhere I go, I feel some kind of way. If it ain't a dead homie, it's a friend. It's a block. I went to go get coffee at this one block, and literally like on the same block, where the coffee place was at, that corner used to be a chop shop. and the chop shop, next to it, right next to it, was my homie's apartment. And just standing next to that shit, I'm like, man, it's crazy, because the motherfuckers don't live here no more. And I used to go there all the time, play fucking Smash Bros. Motherfuckers will smoke. I used to play Smash Bros. And shit like that. And it ain't even like that no more. It ain't what it used to be. That childhood shit and all those good times while they lasted is gone. And I will say, I was motivated most of the time. I was hustling my way out of the situations, whether that was work or some other. You know what I mean? And it's interesting, man. Oh, my guy right here, he put it. Man, hold on. They don't know. They don't know, but my guy was down here. Shout him out. Shout out to Eords, man. He was down here. He be all over. Him and then damn, I can't even I'm not gonna say their real names. I'm not gonna say his real name. But I forget the dude's throw, man. There's three. One of them, rest in peace to Rugby. That was Eor's friend. They were good friends. Rugby, he's still burning up in the city. You'll find him on some walls around here. I might do a live next to one of the walls. A lot of people say Rugby forever, RIP, etc. You'll see that shit burning on the walls. And then my guy Fecal. Every time I see him on the bus, I shake his hand. I'm like, bro, I saw you up there. I saw you up there burning. And nobody buffed the walls yet. Nobody cleaned the walls yet. He's still up there. Just burnt up. Graffiti in Seattle is keeping hip hop alive, man. I'll tell you that much. That's the real element, keeping the hip hop alive over here. So shout out to the graffiti art. Shout out to all the writers. You know what I'm saying? Bombing the city, coloring it up. But not all over the place, man. I just got these memories and whatnot. And I choose to remember the good, man. All the funny shit, all the small talk, all the little assault. You let that go. I'm trying to look forward to better things, just like readjust, check the bullshit when it needs to be. And it's upsetting because some people, you gotta deal with them accordingly. You gotta deal with them like, hey man, you be thinking I'm something to play with. You gotta deal with them. And I don't even like being on that type of time. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't like going there. But you gotta handle it. So for the most part, man, I gotta go. I can't be around it no more. I've been saying that for a while. And it's funny because I should have took my own advice. I don't know how old I was, man. Somewhere between 16 and 19. So this is like 10, 12 years ago. 10, 12. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, 10, 12 years ago. I should have did it back then because I didn't know all this was going to come with it. Let's go. I didn't know all this was going to come with it. I didn't know all this. I didn't know them extra dozen of years or the extra decade was going to create that. It ain't about reminiscing, bro. It's just that. I want to say resentment, but like, there's a bit of depression there actually, because we're dealing with the past now. It's something to reflect on, so we're dealing with the past. But you have to keep revisiting the past. You can form, a deeper depression, I guess you would say. But yeah, I didn't know it'd be like that. I really gotta go. I gotta be honest. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be checking in every other week with certain people, turn off certain payment plans and whatnot, and save as much money as I possibly can. I was going, and my thing was like, I gotta just be mindful of everything right now, financially. Like I'm going down to the tabletop, but I'm gonna go back to being the broke guy, even though I can afford most things. But I gotta pay certain things off first. Wait for the final check from the workplace. Utilize that. You know what I'm saying? And then the actual stocks I'm gonna sell, because I'm actually up, which is crazy. I didn't think I was gonna be up this year, but it is part of the happening. So stocks gonna go up before they start going down. I'm up like 1,200, like 1,200. I gotta double check. It might be 15 right now. So I might take my profits, pay some shit off, and then call it even for the rest of the month. But yeah, I'm gonna keep dropping in on the same. I bet I'm still walking. Same corner store, same people. Stay tapping in with them. Stay checking in with them. Supporting. Buy a bottle of soda every now and again. If it ain't a bottle of soda, it'll be like a bottle of water.
I feel like she doesn't.
And that's all I was saying, because like I don't know if I talked about this, but I think on Monday I was originally gonna make it 3 days of fasting. So today would have been the third day, but I don't know when I'm gonna start it. Maybe after today I'll do my 3 days of water, but we'll see. I'm just brainstorming out loud, man. I'm just brainstorming out loud. I forgot who I was just talking to though. Um, yeah, I'm gonna call it right there because I'm like right up the street from the house, man. I'm calling it right there. You know, I'm good off everything else, man. If you tapped in, shout out to AKA, shout out to Jax, shout out to Blader Z, shout out to something answering tool or something. Shout out to the Russian name or the Croatian name, whatever you were. Shout out to all that, man. I'm about to sign out unless someone say something. So if somebody says something, I'll entertain it. But I'm about to sign out pretty much right now. I just saw more people entered in. That's crazy. As soon as I'm about to end it, more people get in. So if you got something to say, go ahead and put it in the chat. But if not, I'm about to sign out. So we'll see if that number change at all. I'm pretty much next to the house. I'm about to go home right now. Like I said, charge everything up, get situated for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? This car coming. All right. Got the 20% warning. I ain't worried about a house. So yeah. If you dropped in, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. If this is up your alley, this your cup of tea. If not, I'm about to sign out. There's a couple of y'all I got what's it called? Not necessarily blocked, but a couple of y'all that I not rocking with. You out, Jax? All right, man. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here for a second and let this load. That's a little bench over here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's done, Jax. Yeah, we'll see. I might go a little later tonight. Some Blade stuff, if not some gaming stuff. We'll figure things out. I don't think I'm gonna go live for the birthday stuff, but yeah. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.